Bonsai back in the house, and we got one little very quick little unboxing to do and make this video short and sweet because here's the package. This is one that's been, I guess was at the wrong warehouse or something, I don't know, but it came from Tackle Warehouse. And I'm hoping it's finally what bait that has been, yeah, it's the right bait. Oh, those packages are nasty. So anyway, a while back when I first got all of these, I had originally ordered this with those, and it finally made it our way. 3/16 of an ounce, Great Lakes Finesse. Their little version of an Underspin, right? So I'd seen these up at Rogers, but they didn't have this color. And you guys know me, I'm a sucker for an orange-faced bluegill. Anyway. They do have a lot of Great Lakes Finesse stuff up at Rogers, and I saw this one. I'm like, oh, I want to get it in this color, but the head design was pretty good. If you guys remember right, we just got the Dirty Jigs, roughly the same, more or less size, and like they're about the same. They're not far now. I want to get this in a little bit bigger size. So I wanted these little finessing ones, you know, lightweight. They kind of stay a little higher up. You can run them a little slower kind of deal. But then I also want to get the a little heavier one so I can bomb them out a little further, you know, and then run them a little faster or just slow roll them a little deeper kind of thing, right? But if you haven't watched me talking about this, or the footage will be coming here shortly because we do have our computer going again. I'll talk about that more later. But this dude was getting chewed up at Pogue. This dude got a little funky, but I do like these also because these are expensive. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Either one of these were like $6 a piece. That, in my mind, is like, that's as bad as selling a $17 jackhammer. Like, these shouldn't be that high. These are better, but they're still like 2 for $6 kind of thing, or 7. So $3.50. That's a little better, and these do kind of work. And you guys comment which ones you use. Cool Baits, I guess, is supposed to be the like old school, or the one kind of the first one in the good one in the game kind of deal. And I have seen some bad reviews on Tackle Warehouse talking about this one, how it rusts or whatever. Now, I don't know yet because I just used it the one day and we brought them home. You guys saw me, you know, pulled them out, and I left this bait on it, but it was dried out, and then I put it in a box. I broke it out just to talk about them in this video. But these Primal Vibe, I'm going to talk about it. But then these first gen, I forget what they actually call these. These are also roughly the same, and they are definitely the bang for your buck kind of deal. They don't run down as much, but the swammer on this one, I was fishing it around with no issues. This was spinning just fine, didn't get in the way kind of a deal. It was going pretty good. Now, I wasn't trying to go super fast. So I'm probably going to order a couple. I'm not going to mess with any more of these. I'm just going to wait. I wanted to get that one in that color. I'll probably actually put one of those guys right on it too, just to give it a little that orange pop up front. Sometimes that littlest color could be a difference. But I might get one more Dirty Jig, the same exact hook, but in I think I can go all the way up to, is it a 3/8 with that size of small hook? But I'd probably go with a quarter. So this is an 1/8. I'll probably get a 1/4 ounce. In that same color too. I like that color. I think that little bit of green on top will go with almost anything. More natural kind of look. I think I'm going to get that. And the gold blade. But I may get one. You know what? That thing looks like it may already be. Oh my God. Don't call me. Anyway. I'll probably get a few more of these, maybe, at some point. But as of right now, that's all I own of the small ones. And I've got the Berkeley ones. So anyway, lastly, because I'm going to get ready to eat dinner here. If you guys remember, I got that Primal Vibe, and I like it better than those copperhead minis that I got just on the thump, and see how it's already like chewed up the head in no more time than I used it. but this was totally sharp. I mean, these edges were, I didn't even pay attention until I got out on the water and I grabbed it to put on, and I'm like, oh my goodness. But you know me, I got P-line original leader. I just threw it anyway. But it was definitely sharp enough edge that probably could have cut your line if it would have hit just right, kind of deal. But you can see the marks. I got these little wheel deals that on my Dremel basically just smooth all the edges so there's no sharp edges to the blade. And she's good to go. I just left it on while I did it with one of those little it's like a little, well, here, let me show you. I bought a whole, you guys know me when I talk about buying stuff in bulk. On AliExpress, they had this for like, I don't know, $4, I don't know, it wasn't much. But I bought, this whole bundle was pretty cheap, and it comes with all these different wheels to kind of like sand stuff down. And so I think I used a black one, I don't know. But anyway, just one of those, just a little bit, didn't take a lot, maybe 5 minutes of just making sure all the edges, and I tried to hold it longer in some of the corners to round them just a touch to make sure I had all the sharp edges off. And I like that bait. I'm still not sure if I want to leave it on that skirt color for now or just change it out to something a little more bluegilly. So we'll see. Hello, and no, the 803 shipping show that's going to be here tomorrow, and I'll do an unboxing on that. But tomorrow's a busy day for me because usually instead of Taco Tuesday, it's Chipotle Tuesday for me, and probably a movie night. Because if you guys seen The Accountant, The Accountant 2's out now, so I'll probably watch it. I should go tonight and watch The Accountant just to refresh my memory on it. That was a good movie. And then The Accountant 2 is out now on, I think it's Prime Video, where it's free to watch. So I'll probably watch that tomorrow night while I'm eating Chipotle, but I'm going to still try to do the unboxing on that, probably, hopefully, before I go there. But anyway, a little update. If you haven't watched it, go right now after this video, because it should have just now came out. We've got our computer, the driver stuff configured and figured out, so the DaVinci Resolve is officially working again, and I can edit videos in about as fast as 5 to 10 minutes after I've done the editing and then exported it to my computer and then throw it on. It actually takes about as long to download onto YouTube as it does for me to actually get it through the editor. So anyway, that video just dropped on the Screaming Thunder Cricket. So if you guys I talked about a couple things, and I'll talk about it real quick, and then I gotta go. Seriously, I gotta go eat dinner. If you guys remember right, I've talked about this several times, so it's a little quick clip of on the water, me kind of showing you how these will hover, what I call hover, like across the tops of grass with just barely reeling. You can literally be in about this much water above grass, and these will just creep along it. So there's times when they're down in that gunk, and just something coming across the top, like say if they're not quite ready to come up and hit, topwater frogs or whatever. And then I think this is actually one I threw, and maybe this guy. But that's one thing I talked about, those mad bites. That's such a, this isn't as light a bait as the 1/4 ounce mini maxes, but it's a light enough bait with that huge blade. You throw that out, and as soon as it hits the water, you start reeling. It instantly, you can reel. Like if you reel a little too fast, these are baits that they'll jump out of the water. So if you just hold them at a steady pace, figure out what height to hold your rod, you can literally just have them just below surface. You can almost turn them into like a wake bait type deal. Some of these little chatterbaits, this little mad bites through, I believe that's still through Cast King, you can get those. But then just any of your like 1/4 ounce mini maxes, they even sell the Customer Pros were in 1/4 ounce, or you could do it with the little micros or mini chatterbaits kind of thing. But the Evo Mini Maxes and the regular original Mini Max are kind of my favorites. This is a 3/8. These are 3/8 over here. So the 3/8, there you could maybe hold your rod up high with like the little Neos that are 3/8, but they're kind of on the light side of 3/8. They'll kind of get up there, but like if you're trying to throw a normal 1/2 ounce Thunder Cricket or regular jackhammer or chatterbait, they're they're going to want to run a foot or two, even you know, kind of going a little fast. They just want to, they don't want to ride real high like to where these little baits. So I just threw that in there along with our first catch of that day was with the this dude right here. And it was like, well, you'll see. Go watch the video, the Screaming Thunder Cricket. And I still don't think I like this skirt for him, but you can see just how quick I managed to catch one on that. But it's a chatterbait. It's a thunder cricket, right? It's a Screaming Thunder Cricket. And that fish heard him screaming and he got on there. So anyway, that's a quick video. Stay tuned. There's going to be probably 1 to 2 videos dropping a week for the rest of the week and maybe into the weekend until I get caught up on all the footage I had on my GoPro that will slowly work into maybe a couple full-on videos and then a couple little clips thrown together. That way, so when I go, hopefully I'm going this weekend again fishing, and then I can get those to you kind of faster paced if we want to know what's hitting right then and there, or what I'm catching on anyway. So anyway, stay tuned to see if I can actually catch a fish. I like the way this works, but I have yet to catch a fish on it. I've yet to catch a fish on those mini copperheads either, but just the way they don't seem like they thump very hard. They're more like a, which they may work fine, more like a thunder cricket thump rather than a jackhammer or like this primal vibe. This thing was thumping good. I honestly didn't think that you could get one, because I still call this a bladed jig, not a true chatterbait. Once you get that up there, I didn't think you could get him thumping that hard, but that dude, just look how chewed up the head. It's probably going to be worn out in about a month, even if you know, don't catch a fish, just throwing it out and casting it around. I imagine it'd chop the eyes right off and it wouldn't take long. It was getting beat up. Paint went right off immediately. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and I'll give you a heads up probably tomorrow on the rod unboxing. We'll just talk about if I'm configuring different rod and reels around. I will show you real quick because I took them off. I'm in the middle of trying to figure out which way I want to go with these two. If I want to keep the Elite TI rod or put this on the Super Destroyer, and then if I do, what do I do with this guy? Because it doesn't really match up to any other rod I have other than the Tequila Back Rack, which I already have the HLC Steez on it. So anyway, stay tuned. I will talk to you guys later. I gotta go eat. Dinner's done. See you later. Thanks for watching.